Would you fancy your chances at Silverstone or Brands Hatch? Well, we're offering a day with the Gold Track Driving Club as our star prize. And in addition, we've got a meal for two and VIP treatment at Bellevue Dog Racing Circuit in Manchester and many other fabulous prizes. Stay with us while we play Asking Price. Let's just recap on the game. The cars we show you are genuinely for sale, and we're going to ask our contestants to guess what their asking price is. There's a point for the person whose guess is the closest, which becomes 2 points if they're within £50. And we give 3 points for a direct hit. But of course, if two people make the same guess, well, they both get the same points. So with us tonight, Jason. Jason's a student and wants to be a journalist, and you've been mugging up on your Auto Trader.
That's right, yeah, I've been revising quite a lot, so watch out.
Dave's a film critic. What's your favourite film, Dave?
Half
an hour to think about it, come on.
Ask me half an hour.
OK. And Simon used to be in the motor trade, buying and selling motor cars, but you got pissed off with it.
Certainly did.
OK, splendid qualification for joining us. Straight into the game. Here's our first round with Brendan.
Now, this is my kind of second-hand car. You can keep your second-hand Astras that have run their course and have probably only got a couple of years left, because this is a superb 1995 N-registered 1.8 injection BMW 3 Series, as you can see. It's in fantastic condition, but it's done 81,000 miles. But that's a BMW. This car's going to be good for 200,000 miles. In terms of kit, it is, as you expect, fully loaded. It's got ABS, airbags, alarms, central locking, electric mirrors, electric sunroof and electric windows. And it's got, importantly for a BMW, and this is one thing to look out for, a full service history and superb stereo and power steering, etc. A few things to look out for inside when buying a second-hand car. Now, Chris, I'm sure you and your guests know all about this, but the viewers at home might like a few pointers as to how to do their own detective work when buying a second-hand car. This steering wheel has got a very shiny sheen, which would indicate the 81,000 miles it's already done, so it's obviously well worn. But the seat behind me isn't, and that would indicate that people who have been driving this car haven't been getting in and out too much, nor is the handle worn too much. So I would say that a lot of those miles have been done on the motorway. Secondly, the gear stick isn't too shiny, which would also indicate that that car has been in 4th or 5th gear most of its life. Now, this car, all in all, back to the BMW, is in first-class condition. Reminder, it's 95 N-registered 318 injection. In the studio, what's the asking price?
There you go. What's the asking price? Nice BMW. Off you go. Think about it, think about the price. It's done 81,000 miles, not a lot for a BMW. They said has a full service history. That's absolutely essential with a BMW, of course. 95 N-plate, 1.8, not perhaps the most desirable of 3 Series, but there you go. Time's up. What you got? Jason, how do you value that car?
I'll go for 8,500, please, Chris.
8,500, Dave?
I'll have a go at 7,600, Chris.
And Simon?
I thought 7,499.
Very professional price, 7,499. OK, let's see what the dealer wanted for that BMW.
How did you do? Well, one last appealing thing about this car is the fact that it's not one of those high-powered Beamers that's going to appeal to old boy racers, so it won't have been abused, hopefully. This car will set you back £6,995.
6,995. So there you go. Simon will give you a point for that. You're the nearest. And, of course, full service history, vital for BMWs and cars like that, because they've just discovered how to change those tamper-proof speedometers. On to our second round, where we take a look at supercars.
If you wanted to transport yourself and your family to your villa in the south of France in absolute luxury, you've got two options. You could either buy a Learjet, nice idea, but a little bit impractical. Or you could buy one of these, the Ferrari 456 GT, the supercar for the family man.
It might be Ferrari's idea of a family car, but you'd have to have very well-behaved children to allow them on the tan leather interior. But you'll keep them entertained with the awesome performance. With a massive 5.5-litre engine providing 442 brake horsepower, your 0 to 60 dash will come in at 5.4 seconds. And the top speed is 185 miles an hour, so make sure the kiddies are strapped in tight. It's brand new with only delivery miles on the clock.
So how much is this little family run around going to cost you? What is the asking price?
There you go. What's the asking price of that beautiful Ferrari? Start thinking about it. Absolutely brand new, delivery mileage, remember? So treat it virtually as a brand new car. Great demand for that particular one. They've gone back to the old front engine, rear-wheel drive, classic Ferrari formula. So beautiful car to drive, I can tell you on the road from an all too brief experience. Time up, what you got? Dave, how do you value that Ferrari?
I've had a guess at 120 grand.
120 grand. Simon?
I think it's worth £161,000.
Did you used to sell them?
No.
No. Jason, what's the value of it?
I think, Chris, 145,000.
145,000. We're bracketing it there. OK, let's see what the dealer wanted for that Ferrari.
I'm afraid you're going to have to sell the kids to afford this one. It's £140,000.
£140,000, cheap at half the price, as they say. Jason, yeah, 145, very close. Give you a point for that. And truly beautiful motor car there. My favourite round now, of course, classic cars. So let's have a look at this.
Rock and roll! This funky little number is a 1959 Ford Zephyr. It's the last of the big Ford convertibles, which means I can take my top off whenever I fancy. Now, this car is going to turn heads on any high street, whether way back in the 50s or now. So, let's check it out. Now, I like to grade my classic cars like school grades. A, something I never got at school. B is pretty average, and C, see me after class. I'd say this little beauty is a B condition, which means it's pretty average bodywork. Basically, it's all about image. Now, although there's no recorded mileage, I do know that the owner has just put in an original but new Zephyr 2553cc 6-cylinder engine, and it's only done 700 miles since then. So, pretty good condition. Again, this car speaks for itself. It's all about image, and it won't leave you stranded at the drive-in. How much?
So, there you go. Pure image, how much? Get thinking. Said it would always get you home, a reliable Ford. I seem to remember that if you took off very fast, the prop shaft pulled out of the back axle, but there you go, I hope. Lovely convertible version, new engine, 700 miles. Not sure if it's power hood or not on that, I can't remember. No recorded mileage. How do you value it? OK, Simon, do you fancy driving around in that Zephyr?
It wasn't my thing, but I think it's worth $6,999.
Jason?
I think I'll go for 7,350.
And finally, Dave?
I've gone up, Chris. I've gone 17 grand.
Oh, you fancy that car, do you?
I do, yeah.
OK, well, dealer would love to see you. Let's see what the Zodiac went for, the Zephyr.
So, Chris, a funky rock and roll number with a removable top. But enough about me. How much for the car? £5,500.
Real bargain there, and Simon, another point for you. So let's take a look at the scores so far. And Jason, we've got 1 point for you. Dave, yet to score, and Simon with 2 points. Fine. OK, the first of our quick fire rounds. We're going to reveal pictures of cars slowly. You buzz when you think you can guess within £1,000 of the car's list price. Points go down as the time moves on, and you only get 1 chance each to guess. So let's have a look. Fingers on buzzers. The first car. What is it? Tell me what it is. Simon.
MG ZF.
And what do you think it's worth?
15,495.
Pretty good. Let's have a look at the car. Yeah, absolutely spot on, and it's 15,750. We'll give you 4 points for that. Yeah, pretty good. Let's have a look at the next car. As soon as you know, buzz. Tell me what the car is and what you think the list price is. Dave.
Is it a Toyota, Chris?
And what do you think it's worth?
16 grand.
So, between Jason and Simon, carry on looking. A couple more points up still.
Toyota Camry, 18,500.
18,500. No, not close enough. Last chance, quickly.
14,000.
Pardon?
14,000.
No. Nobody, no points there. It's actually 20,180. Let's go for the last car, quickly. Have a look. What do you think it is? Buzz as soon as you...
Citroen, Chris.
Yeah?
14 grand.
Yeah, OK, I'll let you have that. Zara Picasso 1.8L SX. Citroen want 13,795 for that. Jolly good. Here's a fun one to keep you guessing over the break. It's an Ayrton Senna signed VIP paddock pass from the McLaren team at the 1992 Monaco Grand Prix. What's the asking price? OK, now to that paddock pass signed by the late, great Ayrton Senna that we showed you before the break. Its value is £750. Guys, you thought it was worth a lot more. Simon, you a Grand Prix enthusiast?
I thought it'd be worth more because of who it's signed by, Ayrton Senna.
Yeah.
It's one of the
and
best.
you would be prepared to pay, you told me at the break?
I thought £2,000.
2,000? Yeah. Wow, there you go. Anyway, we're going down the auction now. Back to the game, our auction round.
Back down to the auction now, and we've had a good dig about to see what we can find. Remember, we want the hammer price here, not the retail price. This week we found a real gem, this 1990 Vauxhall Nova. It's on an F plate and it's only done 50,000 miles, but just look at the state of it. The bodywork is absolutely appalling, with more holes than your average sieve. And just look at that interior. So, how much do you think this very ropey Nova went for?
OK, there you go. Really rough car down the auction. No reserve. The lads in the sheepskin jackets start writing. 50,000 miles, holes everywhere, the interior's hanging off. And the trade, well, hard-nosed gentlemen down there, what do you think they would bid for that car? And when the hammer fell, I don't think they'd bid very much money at all. OK, Jason, what's your asking price?
I'd say about 50 quid.
50 quid. Dave?
I'd say one shining quid, Chris, and I won't even pay that for it.
Yeah. You think the traders wouldn't have bid more than a quid for it?
I think it's going to be pretty low.
Simon, your experience at auctions, what do you think the hard-nosed gentleman would have said?
I don't think I'd pay £45, but I put £45 down ananyway.
But you personally wouldn't pay £45 for it. I don't think I would either. OK, let's go back down the auction and see what it made.
£4. Anybody want £5 before it goes? Come on, you can think of yourself. Later on, you can be pushing this up your own. All done. Those once. Those twice. Third last, all done. At £4. Thank you. £4. Have that.
4 quid. They even had to push it out of the hall. Actually, we kept that car and we'll be presenting it to you after the show. You'll be glad to hear.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
OK, so for a quid, actually, you're the closest. You pick up the points. Very well done. And who really would want that rather sad Nova, I ask you? OK, very different kettle of fish now, our private cellar round. And don't forget, this is where people really do believe their pride and joy is the joy of their life. Let's join Lynn and see what she's found.
Hello, my name is Helga and I would like to show you my Volvo. Yes, it's the Volvo S40 Turbo and it is a Swedish beast. So let's meet the daddy. So Matty boy, this is your S40 Turbo Diesel from 97. It's an R-Reg and it's 1.9.
It is.
And it's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, the bodywork's alright outside. It's not too bad.
No rust?
Probably just a little bit, but not much.
So what's the mileage like?
It's pretty high. It's 140,000.
140,000? What? Have you been ragging it?
No, it used to belong to a couple of reps, one after the other, I think, so...
Ah, right, so that's why it's a high mileage.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is a diesel, so diesel can
yeah,
tend to cope with
yeah, they're not too bad, are they, with high mileage, so it's alright.
And why are you selling the car?
I'm after a motorbike, Lynn.
Right, so you want to swap your 4 wheels for 2?
I'm after a nice, powerful motorbike.
Excellent. And Matt, can I just ask you one more question?
Of course you can.
Why is there a bottle of aftershave on the back seat?
Where did you pick that from?
Have you been entertaining the ladies in this car?
No, well, maybe.
Ah, say no more. So, the owner might be a bit of a ladies' man, but is our S40 a Swedish beauty, or is it just plain old meatballs? Name your price.
Is it just a meatball? Name your price. Get writing. OK, very high mileage Volvo S40 there, but 1.9 turbo diesel, economical car. It can stand up to those sort of mileages, has a reputation for it being able to stand up to high mileages. Doesn't look too bad inside, good condition, probably smells of aftershave. We won't hold that against him. What do you think it's worth? Dave, do you fancy a Volvo?
Can't say I would, Chris.
What do you price it at?
4,100.
OK. Simon?
I thought it was worth 4,800.
4,800. And Jason, how do you value it?
I've gone a bit steeper. I've gone for 6,795, Chris.
Not a man who minds about mileage. Let's see what the private owner wanted for the car.
Solid, safe and boxy. Our Volvos just keep on going. A bit like me, really. So, how much is he asking? £3,800.
£3,800. Simon, do you think people still are very prejudiced against high mileage cars?
Yeah, I think so.
But unnecessarily a lot of the time.
I think it's when they want to sell it on later, the mileage bothers them. You know, they know that they'll get nothing back for a car that's done 200,000 miles.
Because the trade really don't want to know. But I mean, you run a high mileage car.
Yeah.
What's your Mercedes done?
179,000. It's never let me down.
OK, Dave, very well done. You're the closest there, 4,100. Not far off, we give you the point. And a final chance to reverse the order in our second quickfire round. Points go down as more information is revealed. Fingers on the buzzers, guys. And here we go. Let's look at the first car. As soon as you know what it is, give me a buzz. 4 points on offer.
It's a Range Rover.
And what's it worth? New price.
£48,000.
So it's between Jason and Dave. Carry on. 4 points on offer. 3 points on offer. Give me a buzz as soon as you know what it is. Dave.
Range Rover, I'll say 44,000.
So it's down to you, Jason. Try and pitch the price right. What do you think it is? And tell me the price.
32,000.
Sorry?
Land Rover, 32,000.
32,000. No points on offer. Range Rover, that goes for the amazing price of £42,995. Let's look at the next one. More difficult, this one, I think. Ah.
Mazda Previa.
How much?
14,495.
Not close enough. Between you two. Yes?
Mazda Previa, 18,500.
18.5. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's a Mazda MPV. Mazda want £17,745 for it. Let's have a look at the last one. Could be anything, couldn't it? All modern cars look the same. 2 points on offer. We still don't know what it is. Ah!
Nissan Almera Timo, 15,000.
Not close enough on price. Down to you two. What do you think it is? Price. Quickly, give me a buzz.
Almera, 14,000.
Buzz? Yes.
18,000.
And Dave, what do you think that car's worth?
11,000.
No, I won't give any points there. It's the Almera Tino Twister 1.8 compact, would you believe, at £12,995. OK, let's see how that affects our final score. And Jason's on 3 points, Simon battling hard with 6 points there, and Dave, you've come up with 8 points, so you're the winner of our round, which means you go through to our final payoff. But before we go on to that, I need to hand out the prizes to everyone. Tonight we've got 3 sets of VIP passes to Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club in Birmingham. So if you like your table dancing, gentlemen, this is fantastic. Plus we've got T-shirts from GrandPrixLegends.com, some Chrysler sunglasses, a smart umbrella, and another T-shirt this time from Jeep. OK, back to the game now, and we've got one more final payoff round for Dave to play. If he can get within £2,000 either side of this car's asking price, he'll also win the track day and the meal and tickets for the dog racing. Now, he can ask the other two for their help. So here's our final car.
This is an MR2 grey import, strictly an MRS. And inside here, it's got beautiful Far East, far out styling. And it's all round a stunning car in fantastic condition. But as we all know, MR2s, they've got an image problem. They're a hairdresser's car. But let me tell you, on a track, these handle superbly well like a go-kart. Rear-wheel drive, rear engine. And under there, there's 2 litres of variable valve technology, fuel injected, which make for an all-round great car. This was registered in '99, it's on a V-plate as you can see, and it's got 11,000 miles, but it's an import. So it's up to you. What do you reckon is the asking price?
There you go, guys. You got 20 seconds to think about it. Take consultation. An import, don't forget, hasn't done many miles. Imports, people slightly raise their eyebrows over, and it's not called an MR2, it's called an MRS, because that's what it's called in Japan. But even so, very nice, and I would have thought quite easy for the dealer to sell. There you go, Dave, time's up. What do you think it's worth?
Well, Chris, I discussed it with my teammates. We reckon 12.5 grand.
12.5 grand. OK, let's go back and see what the car's worth.
See, MR2s for me are a bit like the slightly plump girl in the year above you at school. Great fun to be in at the weekends, but wait until your mates find out. The asking price for this, £12,495.
Well, right, £12,495. You couldn't really be closer, so very well done. You're the winner of tonight's competition. Excellent, very well done. Do you fancy an MR2? Do you like them?
I'd love one, yeah.
You love one?
I think they're beautiful.
You don't think they're... I mean, I think it's being a bit cruel there about hairdressers' cars. That's not entirely true. They go extremely well on the track. You don't think that image problem... you don't think it's got an image problem?
I don't think it's got a problem at all, no.
And did you find them easy to sell?
Yeah, I quite like hairdressers buying them.
Okay. All right. So, you get that prize. Sounds like good fun. That's it for this week's asking price. Here's another one for you at home. Put these 3 cars in their correct order of value. We've got the Mitsubishi Evolution 7 powered up FQ 300, the Mercedes E-Class, and the Audi A4. And, of course, the answer will be on our website, and that's at www.menonmotors.co.uk. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time on Asking Price.
This is an MR2, as you can see, an MRS and ass.
Let's rock and roll.
It's got 99,000 miles. No, it's f***ing not.